Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of How to Train Your Dragon 3, which of course is the third installment within the How to Train Your Dragon series, and how it connects, the idea of the Hiccup and his tribe of the Vikings, and how in the first film, how they all blatantly interwoven within each film, it's shown the Orion questions and the acknowledgement and the weight and the reality of how the dragons within the culture and the history they have, and all that dynamicism type of playing off each other. And first film was all about defying the expectations of past generations and how you could change that with Hiccup and his Viking clan, his father, and all that. And the second one is all about understanding your role within it and understanding your inner type of born leadership is being made. Now you really step up to the game. And then this third movie is all about, acknowledging the ways of what's going to happen and being very optimistic about the future, and of course understanding the bond between Hiccup and his dragon and everyone else, and of course all the Vikings within his clan and all that, and how they connect with their beloved animals. But that doesn't just go past the dragons themselves. They acknowledge that they aren't just pets, they're family. The pets we own and love really do grow within us and within the family with dynamic relationship. This is Pepper, by the way. Is she the cutest? Say hello to everyone. Okay. And how it really starts to grow, and I love how in this movie you do really essentially get to see the natural progressing story of how all this very much needs to come through, and how it really makes sense, and how the narrative makes tonal structure with the other ones, but also how it fits into the larger picture while standing on its own. And I love how the movie builds in the history of the villain, and how he's there's a connection with him and the family, and how they really have that balancing almost yin and yang, and how they want to keep the animals apart and yet at the same together, and yet the points the villain makes voice. I forgot the villain's name. He's voiced by F. Murray Abraham, who, if you would remember, played Salieri in Amadeus. And he really adds a good point of his tonal message, in that even acknowledging that even if he fails, he's like, you ultimately have to give up the dragons. They're going to go. There's a place we all know of called the Hidden World, and they're going to have to go there. That's their own little type of metropolis that they all belong and they all need to be. And because, that's their own little haven. Humans get there, so it's all about the passion of the torch in a way. And I really love that dynamicism. I love the characteristics within the movie. I love the approach. The voice acting is just great by everyone. I'm glad Jay Baruchel has gone past the almost goose type of voice that he has, and he has more of that stoicism in his voice. He's really great as always. He's always really good within his movies. They always feel very consistent, very regarded in. And even though these may not be on par with something like Toy Story, but they're, in my view, they're definitely just as good as, when I would think of the best animated trilogies, Toy Story. Now, I would also think this, and then Kung Fu Panda, and then a couple others that aren't as good, but those three franchises are really a step above. How this movie may not be as good as the second, because there's so many thematic depth, there's so much great themes and depths and intelligent points the second movie really makes, and yet I do think I do think the villain isn't entirely all that great, to be honest. I think his points and his arguments are very valid, but he also don't feel as guarded as well. Girl, she's very shy. And I really love how that was explored. I really love the emotional touch that it had. It's the way it all still connected within the trilogy. It stood still very much on its own 2 feet, being thematically rich within the resonance of, passing the torch, acknowledging a realization of what Hiccup and the others had to do with their dragons, and the ultimate fate of our own pets and our own selves. I loved all that. It was very beautiful, very rich. Not as rich as the second, and they didn't really have that awe-striking, lightning in a bottle that the first movie had. But this movie is so beautiful, emotional, well-rounded, and captured that it really. The strengths, unlike the weaknesses in this film, the villain isn't 100% that convincing. The movie narratively is a little, I won't say confused, but there's certain story threads that are going on within it. I found myself not getting all that invested, but isn't she adorable? Honey, are you not interested? Say hello. Hello. That's right. Oh, she's so cute. Kind of like me. That's how the movie is at times. It's like it sticks to its forte well, but it's like, oh, cat. It will definitely try to stray from his path, knowing how to mix and integrate comedy and drama very, very well. It's very, very well balanced. The conclusion, the ending, feels very natural and progressing. I love that. And as corny as it does sound, I teared up twice in this movie. There's a moment where I was very much brought to tears. There's a moment where it definitely does pulls it from you, and yet doesn't feel too demeaning. It's like it's very natural. The way you should feel within these characters and the dragons feel authentic, and they feel very, very well earned. Do you want to go? Alright, she's going to go now. Piper, I don't know if you're leaving any more videos, but say goodbye. Bye. She loves you. And I love her too. Alright, bye. Alright, you can go if you like. She clearly didn't like that, I'll be honest. She didn't. That's right, go on. And, overall, I just thought this movie was very beautiful, touching, sincere, and just a very, very loving movie. It was very moving. I loved the ending. It wrapped it up brilliantly. I do think there's some narrative problems how it doesn't really stray across so well. The villain isn't 100% all that convincing at times, but hey, the strengths of this movie are so damn good that they completely outrank the weaknesses. So for me, I would say it's not as good as the second, but it's certainly a touch better than the first in my mind. And out of the three, because I did watch the first two before seeing this one, I'm recording this today, Friday. I saw this last Saturday. Excuse me. And it's so enduring and so beautiful. And you keep this three as a HTTYD Trilogy, and it's like, yes, we expect them to be so well contempt, and they're so well tightly woven and well made that that it really keeps it going well. So, and out of the movies I've seen this year, this is easily the best, and I'm going to see Fighting with My Family this afternoon. This is easily the best. I love this movie. This is beautiful. I loved it. Heart pounding. I'm going to give it, in my 0 to 100% scale rating, everyone, I'm going to give this a 90%. This is a really great movie. I loved it. I would highly recommend, if you haven't seen it yet, to check it out. You would not regret it. Till then, everyone, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, hopefully in time this will be set in the same degree as Toy Story. One could hope. But as always, this is Burke, and this is Hiccup signing off. No, this isn't. But regardless, I thought this movie was really good. So yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe as always. I just really love this movie. It was very good. So cheers.